Hi there again. I decided to make a new video. It's mostly an update on my arcade cabinet. Um, I decided to turn it into a vertical cab, mostly because of the fact that the huge CRT I had in there was burning my eyes after only a couple hours of gameplay. I bared with it for a while, and I was like, this is just too much. So I took it out, and I tried to decide what I wanted to do with it. And I saw I had an LCD, a 19-inch LCD laying around, and then it had the natural capability of turning sideways, so 90 degrees. So I decided to put that in there, and it makes a perfect vertical cabinet. So I stuck that in there, and I also made some other modifications to it. You'll notice that the control panel is different. I made this one myself. Glued some wood together, nailed it together, and stuck it on there. I even got some hat buttons in there. These are hat buttons, and this is a JLW stick, and a start button. And you'll also notice that these were here now, whereas before I had to cut into this in order to put the X Arcade control panel in there. So what I ended up doing was I had to cut new pieces of wood, which I'll show here. Not sure if you can make it out very well, but I had to cut new pieces of wood, and I glued it in there. Used a hole filler to fill in the cracks, because I'm not very good with working with wood. So since I'm not good at working with wood, I filled the holes with cracks and then sanded it over and painted it over. I'm not sure if you can make that out, but you can clearly see the line. But from here it doesn't look that bad because of the paint. I painted over the messed up parts, and I'd say it doesn't look half bad for my first project. When if I ever get a chance to make another one, it'll look much better than this. But yeah, I had to cut in my own T-molding so I could fit this in there. So it all turned out pretty well. Better than I expected. Not as well as I wanted it, but better than I expected. Since I'm talking about the control panel here, you'll see that I put a vinyl over it, and you could clearly see all of the nooks and all the scratches I put in the wood while putting it in here. The problem with that is the fact that all of this, it was a very thin vinyl I put on here. I didn't realize it'd be that thin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a new vinyl and put it over this, and it'll have texture and be thicker. That way we don't see all this messed up wood. That doesn't look great at all, but it doesn't look that. I mean, it looks bad now, but when I get new vinyl, it'll look much better. I'll go ahead and open this up. This metal piece here, not sure if you can see it, is screwed into the panel, and it's like a little hinge for the control panel itself. It's screwed into the cabinet, and I have it attached to the control panel, which makes it nice because I could just easily, when I want to access something, I can just open it up, You'll see here, this keeps falling off. I had it nailed in there. I'm using I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I think it's pronounced Chiluhu or something. You'll see there. I use that for controls with the computer. The joystick itself, I'm not sure if you guys are seeing this well enough. The joystick itself is a JLF. With a screwdriver, I could easily turn this to four-way, from four-way to square gate, which is very useful. I put it on square gate when I'm playing like shooters, like shoot 'em ups, in games like Donkey Kong and whatnot. I put it on the four-way because it's the best way to play those kinds of games, I think. The coin door, if you remember my coin door before, I was able to add buttons. With the coin door, it's still the same way this time around. I hooked up the micro switches. Hooked up each micro switch with the Chilu, however it's pronounced, and they act like just normal buttons. So I'm glad that still works. But yeah. While I'm in here, here's my computer. That's all I have in there besides the keyboard. I took everything out because it was just way too cluttered. Plus, I don't have a way to hook up my PS2 to my LCD monitor. Not like I would anyway. Well, maybe I would. There's some good shoot 'em ups for the PS2. And while I'm still here, I'm not sure if you can make it out. Here's the glass. I tried to cover the screen up, like the sides of the screen, and then paint it all the way on the outside. Make my own spray paint bezel, and it turned out better than I expected. Well, you can see here my marquee is still the same. Still the same custom marquee here. I'm gonna change that because this is a fighting one. It doesn't match the theme anymore. But that'll probably be like the last thing I change. So, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on for you. So, just give me a moment here. To turn it on, it's really simple. I reach inside the coin door, turn on the computer. Let me turn on the light too. Give me a moment. Really simple. And you can see it automatically kicks into Mala, which is nice. Let me just pick a game here. But yeah, these are all vertical games. Classics like for some reason when I first start up the computer, when I load the first game, it takes forever no matter what game it is. I have no idea why. But after the first game loads, all the other games load pretty quickly. The time pause is it's like nothing to it. See? It's weird. But eventually in the menu I'm going to have videos playing or a picture and a picture of the cabinet here. I'm probably going to change the layout too. Not sure what. Probably do it with some sort of video or picture editing program. I also saved my high scores. I'm glad about that. Most of the games save high scores. You have to enable it within your emulator. So yeah, me and my brother always try to beat our own high scores. But yeah. So coin door still pertains. Notice how it's 0. Push. Yeah. And we're down to 1. And it starts the game, which is nice. Also have other classics on there. Might as well show you this too. For the exit button, I didn't want to put it on the control panel or on the coin door, or anywhere visible on the coin door. You reach inside this little the coin return, or I don't know, retriever, I guess you would call it. You'd reach in here, push the little button, and it kicks you out back to the menu, which is really neat. But yeah, it also has other classics like 1942. See how fast I loaded up compared to what it was earlier? So yeah. Also have Pac-Man and all that good stuff. So, yep. Lights on. That's about it. I don't think I'm going to do much more with this. It's too bad it's not a Street Fighter cabinet like I really wanted it to be. But that'll be a different thing I'll mess with later. The X-Arcade, the old X-Arcade panel, I still have that. I'm going to turn that into a pedestal arcade, where it's just the pedestal, and I'll hook it up to a monitor of some sort, maybe wall mounted maybe, but probably not. So yeah, that's about it. So hope you guys enjoy. So you guys still haven't sent me any videos. I don't know if many people do this, but I'm always glad to see other people's arcade cabinets. So alright, well, you guys take care.